At the end of the bridge. They're looking up on the boat.
Fuck, time to go. Time to go.
Yeah, you need to turn around on here.
Oh fuck, yo, time to dip, time to dip. Oh, there's fucking 3 of them. No, I'm off. I'm off skis.
Inside the building.
Go. Got a fucking case. Alex, you too. I can't get caught. We have a case in 6 days, mate. 8 days. I have to see a lawyer tomorrow.
No.
Is that a lot of police? This is bad. Oh, it's police heli. Oh my God. No, it's circling. No, stay away from the windows. It's a police heli. Stay away from the windows. To the roof.
Just get away, of course.
100%. Wait, don't take us, bro.
So, Ali Law, you may know him because he is a big ass channel. He has over 1 million subscribers, hundreds of millions of views, and he is the man who's been arrested more times than I've been to school. You may know him from such classics as We Almost Escaped from the Police Overnight in Water Park, Rooftop Police Escape Arrested, and Police Escape in Stadium We Got Away. He does like his asterisks. Is that? I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's a weird ass word.
Asterisk.
It's like them little, those little star yolks, you know them? He likes them. As you can probably tell, he is very, very keen on sneaking into places and going on rooftops and like, especially when he can stay there overnight. He's one of the last few people carrying the torch of the 24-hour overnight challenge trend from a couple of years ago. He's done it so much, in fact, that most leisure facilities like cinemas and pools and go-kart tracks and shops just won't let him and his boys in. He's been in so much legal trouble over the last year, but he doesn't give a shit. He just he keeps the madness going. In his mission to not take L's, he has put himself in financial ruin just for clickbait. It's probably going to be in debt for life from how much legal trouble he's been in. Ali Law's chase for views has, in my opinion, highlighted a bigger problem in the YouTube community.
Logan Paul's dad kicked the little kid. And I got that on record, bitch! I got my clickbait!
Ali Law's videos usually consist of him vlogging for 5 minutes about who knows what. I don't think anyone actually watches the first 5 minutes of his videos because he just sort of rambles on a bit, you know, the standard. Or make sure to like... Actually, I don't really know. I shouldn't really say anything because I actually haven't watched any of the first 5 minutes of any of his videos. And then he climbs onto a rooftop to take some pictures, fly some drones and just enjoy the view. Now this isn't a new concept. There is many channels that do this type of content where they climb buildings and cranes and sneak into places like Nightscape and On the Roofs and what's his name? The lad with the bike. I'll leave a picture of him in the video, but it isn't a new concept. But Ali's friend Nightscape has made a video about his opinions on Ali's situation. There's some good points he makes about how his situation is very predictable. He could see it coming from a mile off from the way that he was going in terms of what content he was making.
A few months ago when we were collaborating and I was seeing him quite often, I started to realize that the level that he was taking the stuff that he was doing, I knew it was only going to end in a bad way. I just think you can't expect to do this kind of stuff on a daily basis and for the police to not come up with something eventually to stop you. I feel like it's got to a point now where with Ali's videos, he's trying to get caught, he's trying to get in a chase, he's trying to make the best clickbait possible and the best video possible.
There's a link to that video in the description. Now the whole thing about how he says Ali Law tries to get the police to chase him, I completely agree with. In Ali's videos, he does the same things, the same sort of stuff as Nightscape. Sometimes even the same buildings. But Ali almost always seems to get chased by the police or security. In fact, over 50% of his most recent uploads have had some sort of police or security encounter and have been clickbaited to do so. Whereas with Nightscape, who does very similar things, he's only clickbaited the police and security twice. Now, I don't have a big problem with Ali's videos themselves. I think that they're well put together and that they're good to watch. I don't really care about the clickbait because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? The problem with Ali Law is that he knows how much shit he's in already. He knows that he's on bail and that getting arrested again would be a big fucking issue for him. You know, he's a smart guy. Like, he knows what the police can and can't do. He knows the laws about what he's doing, and that the legal trouble is bollocks attempted burglary of suspicion of burglary shite when the security actually knew who he was. Apparently, he knows the best ways to get away with it by running away and lying to security and that. Top tier liar, if I do say so myself, as a self-declared lying world champion. Even though he knows all this, he isn't untouchable. He can get in serious trouble for what he's doing, no matter how much he thinks it's shite or that it's bollocks. These companies that own the buildings have a lot more money and a lot more resources than a ginger bloke in his 20s that has a YouTube channel, and he knows this. He doesn't seem to realise, well, no. I think he knows, because as I said, he's a smart guy, but he doesn't care that doing this insane clickbait hunting will not help him in the long run. I appreciate how exciting the videos are, but it is not smart at all. But he doesn't look like stopping this trying to get caught, you know, going into places where there is clearly a huge security presence like Alton Towers. So his problems could get worse, but I think it's time we have a look at what sort of trouble he's in already.
You ready for the madnesses, bro?
Born ready for the madness, bro. That's what we fucking do.
Do this, bro.
So, Ali's legal trouble. He's been in court many a time over the last year or so. He's made multiple videos explaining his current situation, which I recommend you watch if you actually give one about what's going on. In a video Ali posted a week ago, he explains that the police have applied for a CBO, which is a criminal behaviour order, which means he's not allowed to own a phone or a camera, isn't allowed to post on social media, and wouldn't be able to leave the country for a certain period of time. I think it's about 6 months or so. And he would be stuck in his house from midnight to 6 AM. So sort of like half house arrest-ish. He has a curfew, basically. Now that's a pretty shitty situation that he might be put in. Now, how did this all come about? It didn't just appear out of thin air. Back in January, Ali and Bike Man, otherwise known as Ryan Taylor, snuck into the Big Brother house. They got caught and were charged with suspicion of burglary, which is a pretty bullshit charge if you think about it in this context. The police have been investigating it for the past few months, and now Ali is being charged for aggravated trespass instead. I'm not actually sure if the original charge was dropped or not, but he is being charged for aggravated trespass now. Now, I have no idea what it means, but I looked it up and it means this. A person commits the offence of aggravated trespass if he trespasses on land, in the open air, and in relation to any lawful activity which persons are engaging in or are about to engage in on that adjoining land, in the open air. Does there anything which is intended by him to have the effect of intimidating those persons or any of them so as to deter them or any of them from engaging in that activity, of obstructing that activity or of disrupting that activity. Now that's a fucking mouthful and a half. Now that sounds confusing, and it is, because it's all legal terms and lawyer speak. What I guess it means is that if you trespass on land to try and fuck with people that are doing legal stuff on that land, that's what that means, I'm guessing. Now that charge is not as ridiculous as the last one, because if you watch the videos of it happening, the people in the Big Brother house absolutely shit themselves completely.
Oh my god, someone's just jumped food. Oh my god, help me, I'm scared. No, he can't.
Daniel! Courtney, congratulations. You are safe and still in the game. Daniel, you have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes. I'm coming to get you.
Good luck. Do your business.
Big brother, there are people in the house. Big brother, there are people in the house. They're outside the house, they're not in the house.
But it's still not, because they weren't trying to go there just to fuck with the people, they were just trying to go there to make a video. But you know, it's not as ridiculous because they did fuck with the people, like if you watch the videos. He's also on bail for a public nuisance charge which runs out on the 26th of July, and if he's found guilty, there is a possibility of him serving prison time. Now that's a pretty shitty situation for Ali. He's set up a GoFundMe which has just about reached its goal. Now, of course, he will have to go to court for all of these charges, but he's still making videos of him doing mad shit with his mates. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and goodbye. Peace.